Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Sunday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Barry Wygel.
And I'm Jeslyn Grovenger. Today is March 20th, and this is your news, sports, and weather, all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts right now.
The United States, in addition to helping UN forces in Libya, is facing questions whether they overstepped their mandate. The U.S. insists that coalition bombing wasn't going beyond mandates in the United Nations Security Council resolution. Secretary of Defense Robert Gates also warned against widening the current Allied operations to include a direct attack on Gaddafi. Gates said that anything that goes beyond enforcement of a no-fly zone and prevention of new military attacks on rebels risk disputing the very diverse coalition that agreed to the attacks.
Workers are beginning to see the success in the attempt to decrease the damage caused by reactors at the Fukushima nuclear plant. Today, Japanese officials said they may need to release additional radioactive gas into the air to reduce mounting pressure in the containment vessel. Power officials said that the pressure was higher than previous readings, but stable this afternoon, and that the increase did not require immediate action. The health ministry, however, found levels of radioactive iodine 3 times the standard amount in tap water in some villages near the Fukushima plant. The government is asking residents to refrain from drinking the water and has restricted sales on some of raw vegetables and milk. As of today, Japan's national police said there are about 8,400 people confirmed dead, but they are still searching for survivors. And now we're going to take a look at your current meteorologist weather conditions with Scott Shibley. Scott, what's it look like out there?
Thank you, Justin. Good evening, Oswego. I'm your WTOP meteorologist, Scott Shibley, looking at current conditions outside. Temperatures 38 degrees, 21 dew point, humidity 45%, and current conditions and cloudy. Looking at our WeatherTap radar, not much is going on in central New York, so anybody that's milking spring break for all you can, your commute should be fine. But as you notice out here towards Michigan, this storm system is going to affect us for tomorrow. As we head into like our future class, we should see some wintry wicks of precipitation, 44 degrees. Tuesday is going to be partly sunny skies with 34 and 24, but I'll talk more about breakdown when we're going to get the rain in my full forecast, so stay tuned.
All right, thanks, Scott. And now we're going to take a look at an update coming out of Libya.
Sounds of warfare in Libya Sunday. Witnesses say they heard loud explosions near a Tripoli residence known to be used by Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. At the Pentagon Sunday afternoon, Vice Admiral Bill Gortney said the dictator himself is not on a target list, but
he happens to be in a place, if he's inspecting a surface-to-air missile site, we don't have any idea that he's there or not.
The United States, Britain, France, and others began Operation Odyssey Dawn on Saturday, saying Gaddafi was not honoring a UN-mandated no-fly zone over Libyan skies. The Pentagon says coalition forces are enforcing the order and now rule the air. The Libyan military is again calling for a ceasefire. Earlier Sunday, Gaddafi blasted the United States and its coalition partners, calling them Nazis and terrorists, and saying a long war lies ahead.
Even if we martyrdom, well, we tell you we will not die, you will die.
The regime says dozens of Libyans have been killed, mostly civilians, and broadcast images it says were of victims' funerals. The Pentagon says precautions are being taken to avoid non-military areas and says it has seen no reports of, quote, significant civilian casualties. I'm Barbara Hall, reporting from Atlanta.
Rescue stories are still coming in from Japan. A grandmother and her teenage grandson were rescued today in Japan 9 days after they became trapped in their home following the earthquake and tsunami. Police were searching for survivors in the vicinity. The boy managed to crawl through the rubble onto the roof. A relative had reported the two missing on March 13th. The news gave hope to others that their missing loved ones may be found alive. Along with emergency workers searching the worst-stricken areas, specially trained dogs are taking part in the effort.
Hip-hop singer Wyclef Jean is recovering today after being shot in the hand. According to his publicist, Jean was shot in Haiti yesterday on the eve of the country's presidential runoff vote. He was wounded while stepping out of his car to talk on the phone, but is currently doing well. Spokesman Gary Andre said, quote, "I cannot accuse anybody," unquote, as the shot was only heard and then Jan's palm was bleeding. The police investigation of the shot has been stalled by Jan's refusal to speak about the incident. Jan has been helping with the presidential campaign of popular musician Michael Martley and will continue to do so. And now we'll see what's going on in sports with Dan Myers.
Thank you, Jeslyn. March Madness is in full swing with the Sweet 16 on its way to being set by the end of this evening. Teams that already won yesterday and today to advance include #1 seeds Ohio State and Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina, Connecticut, San Diego State, Wisconsin, BYU, Florida, Arizona, and upset winners Butler, Richmond, VCU, and Marquette. 4 more teams are playing for the final 2 spots, and by the end of tonight, the Sweet 16 will be set and will start this Thursday. I'll have more sports later on, but now back to your local news.
The Oswego Price Chopper parking lot and store were locked down temporarily yesterday morning as police responded to a report of a suicidal man in the area. According to WSYR, shortly before 9 a.m., Oswego police responded for a report of a 55-year-old man possibly armed with a gun and suicidal. Police located the suspect's car in the Price Chopper parking lot. Police say they broke the car's window and tased the suspect. They recovered a handgun from the man's car. The suspect was arrested and taken to Oswego Hospital for evaluation.
4 fire departments have put out a brush fire at Green Lake State Park. Fire officials say the fire covered between 3.5 and 4 acres of land and started about 4:30 p.m. today. The Manlius Fire Department says the fire was in the southwest corner of the park and about 2 miles in from the end of Landgrove Road. According to Deputy Fire Chief Larry Burns, investigators are not going to look into a cause for the fire because no one was hurt and there was no property damage. Reported by 9WSR.
A Syracuse man died Friday afternoon after being stabbed late Thursday night. Police say Clarence Lucas was stabbed after becoming involved in an altercation in front of 121 Pulaski Street Thursday night. Lucas was taken to Upstate University Hospital where he died shortly before 4 p.m. Friday. Police are actively investigating the stabbing of Lucas and following up on leads. Police are also investigating a second incident that involved 3 men who reported being stabbed. The second incident occurred about 1 a.m. Friday in the 400 block of Park Street. When officers arrived, they found people involved in a large disturbance. The officers dispersed the crowd, and there was no people in need of medical attention.
Well, it's the first day of spring. It looks like we're going to have rain and snow, but stay tuned for my full forecast when I'll go into more detail.
Cam's Pizzeria. Located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
Want to get ahead? Take summer classes. Earn up to 14 credits. Classes start May 23rd. More information available at www.oswego.edu/summer. Register now.
Was gonna be there anyway. But thinking of you's working on my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rub my sister shows together, making sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you, so excited. Sky
rockets in flight. Boo! Afternoon delight.
I think you got it.
Wygel MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hey, what's up? We're Hawthorne Heights, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television.
5 SUNY Oswego students have earned the Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence, the highest student recognition throughout the state university system. This year's honorees will accept the awards April 5th in Albany and receive recognition at the Honors Convocation and a special ceremony at SUNY Oswego. The 5 winning students are Nicole Dean, WTOP's Finance Director Michelle Harmon, Adam King, Courtney Lupton, and Joshua Valentino.
The hit musical Grease will bring audiences back to the 50s during the first few weekends in April. The show will take place in SUNY Oswego's very own Waterman Theater. The familiar tale will be brought to life in the mixed media production combining video, sound, light, and a talented student cast. According to the assistant professor of the theater, the production crew has even been able to get a car. Grease will preview at 8 p.m. Thursday, March 31st and run through April 1st and 2nd. The show will continue to perform various weekends throughout April.
And now we have a video update on the nuclear situation in Japan.
After nearly a week of setbacks and frustrations, a small sign of progress in the desperate race to avert a nuclear disaster. Owners of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant in Japan say efforts to cool down one of the reactors have been somewhat effective. Levels of radioactivity dipped slightly lower Thursday, but remain high.
This needs to continue in several waves. Therefore, we will continue to ask for the cooperation of involved people so that we can carry this out continuously.
In the wake of last week's disaster, Japan is getting support from around the world in the form of manpower, money and supplies. President Obama visited the Japanese embassy in Washington to sign a book of condolences and meet with the ambassador.
Their sympathy and assistance means a lot to all Japanese.
At a press conference, the president reaffirmed the US's commitment to help its ally rebuild. He also spoke directly to Americans who are concerned radioactive plumes could reach the US.
We do not expect harmful levels of radiation to reach the West Coast, Hawaii, Alaska, or U.S. territories in the Pacific.
As for Americans living in Japan, the U.S. government authorized a voluntary departure of family and dependents of U.S. officials and service members living in the area of concern. Those Americans will be joining the thousands of Japanese who are trying to escape, out of fear that the volatile situation in Fukushima could get much worse. In Tokyo, I'm Anna Corin.
And now here's a full look at your forecast with meteorologist Scott Shibley.
Thanks, Barry. Good evening, Oswego. I am your WTOP meteorologist, Scott Shibley, looking at the current conditions outside. 38 degrees right now, dew point 21. 45% relative humidity, winds southeast 5 miles an hour, and it's currently cloudy. Looking at temperatures in a regional around Oswego County is 38 in Oswego, 39 Hannibal, 39 in Fulton, 38 in Mexico, Richland, and we move a little bit eastward. Parrish is 37, Constantius 38. Looking at New York State weather temperatures, our cold spot as a rival is Plattsburgh, 29 degrees, Glens Falls 31, Albany 35 and 40, which is usually a warm spot's 40, but it's actually in Jamestown, New York with 46 degrees, Buffalo 40, 39 in Rochester, and 40 in Syracuse. Looking at WeatherTap radar, this is our next rain that we're going to see like on Monday that's currently affecting Michigan and parts of northwestern Pennsylvania. Because we look into our future cast, like 11 p.m., if you still haven't got back to college, this is a great time to commute. Yeah, most of the rain is off in Michigan, as I said. 2 a.m., the rain will start moving its way eastward, starting to affect Buffalo. 5 a.m. on Monday, we start seeing the brunt of it, so I would take an umbrella with you if you're heading to work, bring the kids to school, and be attentive. You can actually see some sleet. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually see some sleet on the ground. 8 a.m. when you start morning classes, like once again, rain, bring like the rain boots, it's like first day of spring. And this rain system at like 11 a.m., it's starting to move its way on here, so affecting us. It should be out towards 2 p.m. or so, 2 or 3 p.m. So looking at for tonight, cloudy skies, it's the first day of spring, southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Should go down low at 35. Monday, like mix of rain and snow, like it's sleet in the morning. It will change over to rain. It's going to be windy at 15 to 20 miles an hour with a temperature of 44 degrees. Monday night, there is a slight chance of rain, as the system moves eastward, 34 degrees, like windy out of the west, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tuesday, partly sunny skies. I would call my pick day week because we can see some sun, and I know everybody looking forward to some sun, at least these days, and in the spring, 34 degrees. Looking at it towards our extended forecast, there's like I'll get a high of 44, like wintry mix will change over to rain towards the end of the week. Tuesday, partly sunny skies, a high of 34, and there is a chance of snow, the dreaded 4-letter word, but there's a chance of snow as we head in towards Wednesday through the weekend. Temperatures are getting like really cold, but surprising first day of spring.
Yeah, I was going to say it's an awful lot of snow for the first week of spring there.
Yeah, I know, but it is what it is, I guess.
I'm looking forward to the warmer weather on Tuesday, though, definitely.
Mm-hmm. But even so, warmer weather, it didn't even look that warm. I mean,
yeah, no, like it's about at least like you see the sun, you see some clouds.
Anything's going to be better than the past couple months. So.
I don't know about that. If we have some snow, I'm done. I put my shovels away. I don't want to worry about it anymore. But if we do get snow, it won't be any accumulation, right? Hopefully.
Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned for on that. So it's just a chance.
All right, we'll keep watching all week then. Mm-hmm. All right, thanks, Scott. When we come back, we'll have your state news, but here's a look at your late night menu.
Cam's Pizzerita, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
I'm Linda Cohen. I graduated from Oswego way back in 1981, and my favorite TV station way back then, of course, WTOP.
Want to get ahead? Take summer classes. Earn up to 14 credits. Classes start May 23rd. More information available at www.oswego.edu/summer. Register now.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hey, I'm Sean from Big D and the Kids Table, and you're watching WTOP 10.
Oh, we gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
As union-backed school advocates claim that children will be hurt by sweeping education cuts that include thousands of teacher layoffs, Governor Cuomo is firing back, calling the threats bogus. WSYR reports Cuomo says those groups and unions are playing political games and using scare tactics. Instead of claiming that the cuts will mean bigger classes and hurt instruction, Cuomo is pointing the finger at school administrators. He says that some of his investigations as Attorney General found wasteful and fraudulent spending in districts across the state. He is vowing not to raise taxes, saying it's up to the districts to find a way to cope.
The Secretary of the Navy issued 4 censure letters Friday over a series of raunchy videos shown to thousands of sailors aboard the USS Enterprise. Captain Owen Honors was the #2 officer when he helped produce a series of videos that aired on the ship's closed-circuit TV station. The Navy investigation found that Honors had produced at least 25 videos with inappropriate scenes, some including anti-gay slurs, shower scenes, and vulgar language. Honors received complaints about the videos, but did nothing about them. 2 former commanders and successor of the Enterprise were also given censors. A censor does not end a military officer's career, but it does make promotion very unlikely. And now, a full look at sports with Dan Myers.
Welcome back to a full look at sports. I'm Dan Myers. Kyle Busch completes the NASCAR sweep at Bristol Motor Speedway this weekend by winning the Nationwide Series race on Sunday and the Sprint Cup race this afternoon. Busch beat Carl Edwards and Jimmy Johnson off pit road during the final pit stops, giving him a lead where he was able to hold them off for the final 60 laps. The win also puts Busch atop of the Sprint Cup standings. The top 5 of today's race was rounded out by Carl Edwards, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, and Paul Menard. The Milwaukee Bucks handed the New York Knicks their fifth loss in 6 games this afternoon. Carlos Delfino scored a career-high 30 points for the Bucks, and Brandon Jennings was an assist shy of a triple-double. Carmelo Anthony had 23 points, but the Knicks are just 7-8 since trading for him and are heading for the 6th or 7th seed in the East. Milwaukee is tied with the Bobcats for the 9th seed in the East and are a game and a half behind the Pacers for the final playoff spot in the East. The men's Oswego lacrosse team earned their first win this weekend against Hood College in Maryland. This win came with the help of Laker goalie Ian O'Brien, who had 17 saves. Hood jumped out to an early 3-0 lead in the first quarter, but the Lakers managed to tie the game at half. The Lakers kept their momentum in the second half, where they scored their final 4 goals and a 7-4 victory. Chris Porton led the game with 2 goals. Oswego plays Keuka College tomorrow evening in Penn Yan. That's it for sport, and we're going to take a break, but we'll have more news with Barry and Jeslyn after the break.
Cam's Pizzerita, located at 31 West Bridge Street, serving New York-style pizza, wings, sandwiches, wraps, and desserts. Dine in, take out, or order delivery by calling 315-342-4255.
Want to get ahead? Take summer classes. Earn up to 14 credits. Classes start May 23rd. More information available at www.oswego.edu/summer. Register now.
Oh, we gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
So you can't save money? That's easy as pie. Drink from the tap. A $3 bottle of water a day times 10 years times 6% interest is over 14,000 clams. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feedthepig.org.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with its in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Be on the team. My name is LaDainian Tomlinson. By keeping kids in school, I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Into the lighter side of news. You've heard of .com and .org. Well, joining them will be .xxx. According to AOL News on Friday, the board of directors of the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, which oversees the Internet's naming system, approved the creation of a red light district online for pornographic websites. It follows a decade-long battle over such a name. Religious groups have argued that giving adult websites their own corner of the Internet legitimizes the content. Pornographers worry that it will ghetto-size their sites. Although it's meant to be voluntary, they fear governments could try to mandate the domain's use so that pornographic content is more easily blocked.
Charlie Sheen could be set to bank about $7 million from his upcoming tour. Sheen recently announced plans to expand his, quote, violent torpedo of truth/defeat is not an option tour, unquote, that includes 21 dates around the U.S. According to TMZ, Sheen will pocket millions from the tour as well as after-party appearances and merchandising revenue. The show will be performed from memory with the potential for his, quote, goddesses, unquote, to appear. The star is currently living with his goddesses, porn star Brie Olson and part-time model Natalie Kenley. He has recently been in the limelight after filing a $100 million lawsuit with Chuck Lorre and Warner Brothers Television.
A YouTube video showing a 10th grader who has been serial bullied taking his revenge on a 7th grader has become mainstream news. According to SportsGrid.com, Casey Haynes has been bullied almost every day. It just so happened that when he snapped, there were cameras rolling. But we would like to warn you that this video is graphic and not recommended for all ages.
Now take a look at this pup who's using his 4 paws to help the environment.
Come on, let's go. We'll get some bottles. Come on.
She's a dog with a purpose, and plastic bottles are Izzy's mission.
Let's go, pick it up. Good girl.
She's been cleaning up the streets for 3 years now, and it's all thanks to her dad.
They gave her a water bottle with a dog cookie in it. And she took the cap off, tipped it over, rolled it around, got the cookie out, and from then on, when we're on a walk, she picks up water bottles. We try to take different paths because she picks up so many bottles that this way she can kind of keep an eye on everything.
And Izzy's success requires the right accessories, of course.
So I got her pink collar, then for the bottles I got the pink backpack, and then the sunglasses were the coupe de gras. Sit. High five.
Jan realized she could actually do some good with Izzy's newfound talent.
I told her that I would match her for every bottle $1 and open a bank account. She thinks she's going to summer camp, but we're donating it to probably the Humane Society.
So far, that account has $40 in it.
Good girl, Isabella. Good girl. I want to keep Livonia clean. 1 bottle at a time, right? Good girl.
And that's going to do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the 10 News team,
I'm Dan Myers.
I'm Scott Shibley.
I'm Jeslyn Grovenger.
And I'm Barry Wygel. Have a great night, Oswego. We'll see you here tomorrow.